Phuket word. How in the actual hell does this guy have 9,500 subs? Has the education system failed this badly? How many of them are Globers that are following him for the lulz? Based on his comments, I'd say a lot. Who can say, but here's what I know. This guy is a fucking idiot. What's the word with Phuket? Well, the word is Dunning-Kruger. How much Dunning-Kruger could one Dunning-Kruger if a Dunning-Kruger could Dunning-Kruger?
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
I've only watched a handful of his videos, but by the 3-minute mark I've been smacking my forehead with disbelief until it goes red. Since one of my best videos, in my opinion, is my question of where and what is the flat earth model, let's take a look into his video entitled, Ugh, here's a working flat model for every classroom. Of course he wants to bring impressionable children into it. Who better to follow flat earth than those who haven't been alive long enough to know better?
Do you think the planet is flat? I was watching a conspiracy. Wait, I don't know if that person is still watching this. Okay, okay. Anyway, guys, there are so many facts that it's flat. I mean, think about it. Like, okay, guys, you don't even know. You don't even know. I think I am what do they call it? I think they call it a flat earther.
So, in this video, Phuket claims that someone named Jazla111 has created a working flat earth model. The problem is, 2 of those words are used completely incorrectly. It's not a model, and it doesn't work. A model, the way Globers have been defining it to the flatties, is an explanation of reality. It's a working conceptual system that can explain every physical phenomena and empirical object in reality. Here's an example of an actual working scientific model, a schematic of chemical and transport processes related to atmospheric composition. That's a model, Phuket. What you have here is a little wire contraption that doesn't explain anything. Except one thing about the sun. I will admit, this model's wireframe does finally give a reasonable and kind of clever flat earth answer to the sun going below the horizon, by having it go beneath the flat plane entirely. However, there's still that pesky problem of the angular size of the sun, and solar eclipses, and geometric verification of the sun's size and distance. What else is wrong with this thing? Well, here's a few questions that it doesn't answer, just off the top of my head. How do earthquakes work, and how are they determined on this model? See my video about earthquakes for more information. How do the tides work? Does that piece of paper wobble from side to side? Why? Oh, and let's just ignore the glaring fact that there are no continents whatsoever represented on this map. Come on, Phuket. A week ago you did a video proclaiming that the AE map is not the flat earth map, and now you've got a blank disk with no land masses at all? You're going backwards, my friend. Phuket also claims that this model allows for equatorial telescope mounts to work, and no it doesn't. The point of an equatorial mount is that it only needs to rotate on one axis to capture a celestial body in its view. This model is the same old disk and firmament formula, which is going to need to move on at least 2 axes. There is no way this dome can work with equatorial mounts. If you think they can, prove it, because Phuket doesn't. He just says it works and leaves it at that. What else? How about explanations? The model, and I don't even want to call it that because it's not a model, has no explanations. It implies the stars move around us as part of the firmament. It does not explain why some of those stars appear to wander and have moons that rotate around them, or why portions of our moon are covered throughout the month. It gives no explanation for gravity, as usual, because there is no explanation. This model offers no reason for why objects are forced downward to our spherical Earth, and I presume it's the old density and buoyancy combo, one of which doesn't work without the big old inescapable G. Now, the last thing I want to point out is toward the end of this video. Listen to this.
With this very nice model, and I believe that something like this should be in every classroom next to a globe, because then children would be able to play around with something like this and they would develop the cognitive discernment and ability to see things in more than one way, because the way it is at the moment is we are dogmatically taught one particular interpretation.
This is just gross to me. No. Don't give this model to kids. Why? Because you're going to give it to them with the addendum that this is the real Earth, the way it really is. It's been proven with science. That globe on your teacher's desk is a big fat lie. Don't act like you're not going to do that, Phuket. Look at your video titles. Why ridicule and fight flat Earth? Are you a globe geek liar or flat Earth realist? You are very obviously a cultist, Phuket. You are recruiting and indoctrinating, and your very language is giving you away. You need to be kept far away from impressionable children.
One particular interpretation that is a choice of the heliocentrists, and this is taught in a fanatical religious way, and dogmatically so. And of course you'll see this when it comes to people trying to defend the globe and their dogmatic belief.
These are people, the peddlers of hate. All we're doing is laying down our life. We're not letting them take our life. We're laying down our life. We're taking their lives. We just want peace.
So, toss this model out. It's failed in practically every regard that every flat Earth model has failed in. It's completely worthless. What else you got, Phuket? Anything that isn't just you being too stupid to realize you're stupid? Ooh, here we go. Ships stay on horizons. This should be good. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm guessing it's the old zoom in, it's still there argument, which has been debunked time and time again.
Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers. Just a simple observation of the various boats in the distance that are on the horizon from this point of view on the beach, maybe at a height of about 2 meters or so above sea level. Okay, so there are various, I don't know if you can see them in this footage, but there are various boats that appear to be on the horizon, and they're at probably different distances. Some may be close, some may be far away. The point I'm making is that just because something reaches the horizon, it doesn't mean that it starts going over some imaginary curve.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's worse than the zoom trick. He didn't even bother to zoom. He just said, look, different boats at different distances, and they're all on the horizon. Okay, great, Phuket. Now get an 84 times optical zoom lens so we can verify that we can see the bottom of these boats, and that they're on the horizon and not below it. Oh wait, people have done that already. Alright, one more chance, Phuket. I'll give it a go one more time. What's this? More flat Earth evidence, clouds not underlit. Alright, let's take a look.
Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers. Once again, an excellent example of light, wispy parts of clouds being lit up in an orangey colour at sunset. These are the clouds that were white before the sun went away, and then the denser clouds not being lit up. So we do not have the bottoms of the clouds being lit up, we just have the less dense parts changing colour.
Oh my god, does this guy know what evidence actually means? This is the same guy who said that one photo alone cannot prove the globe. Well, one video of clouds doesn't prove anything either. Hit it! In conclusion, Phuket Word is the very definition of the Dunning-Kruger effect. He sees the very basics of flat Earth pseudoscience, and he makes no effort to go any further. He lives for confirmation bias and missing the point completely. How nearly 10,000 people have been duped by this absolute fool is beyond me. The last thing I'd like to do here is refer to my colleague Anti-Flatter. He did his own takedown of Phuket, and just to add some more fuel to the fire, I'm going to show a few clips from his video. I won't show the whole thing, simply because I try to keep my uploads short, and I recommend checking out his channel and dropping him a like and a sub if you want to see the whole thing. Sure, I've got the smooth voice, but he's got a spiffy accent. Take it away, Anti-Flatter.
Kia ora all, and welcome. On today's show, we have someone so stupid and so unsure of themselves that they don't want us to force them to provide a working model for their stupid flat earth beliefs. That's right, we're talking none other than fuckwit word.
All these demands for flat earth maps and a working model and alternative explanations for the heliocentric model with all these distances to celestial objects and everything all worked out is merely a distraction from the really important matter of the here and now.
Actually, no, it would be the bare minimum we would require before we start to take your ludicrous idea seriously.
So any pursuit of a particular model or trying to really and truly define what the Earth is, where it is, when it was created, how it all came about, and of course why, is rather futile, really. It is a distraction because it's taking us away from the here and now.
Now, he mentions distracting us from the here and now quite a bit, but never really explains why. He does tell a story later on, but it's absolute nonsense. He also says that atheists are religious because of gravity. And no, I'm not making this shit up.
But that is just the word science being used to replace the other stories that go with any other religion. All these explanations and descriptions for how things came about, the moon or the stars and the planets and what they are and why they're there, etc., or trying to describe how they work is...
Yes, that's what astronomy and astrophysics is all about. Finding out and explaining all of that.
And all those models ever do is illustrate the passage of time as designated by the sun, moon and stars.
Well, they do a bit more than that. For a model to work, it must also have predictive capabilities. But I'm sure you're going to cover that soon.
But we also know that there is a limit to how much we do actually know about this place.
Finally, something we can agree upon. Yes, we are learning new things about the Earth and the solar system every single day. However, the shape of the Earth and its rotation isn't one of those things. It's an established fact.
If we're looking at the sun, moon and stars and trying to define a particular model, that's a distraction, really.
No, it's a method of describing our physical reality and is used to make accurate predictions from.
The heliocentric model is certainly not our truth and not our reality. It is a fantastic creation story in the religion of scientism.
The heliocentric model as we know it today is the result of centuries worth of research and knowledge that's been passed on. And it is certainly a lot better than the lack of model that is currently being presented by the religion of flatarianism.
It's pretty obvious to me that the entire reason Phuket detests the demand for a model is because he knows they can't have a working one. He's the one providing a distraction from the real issue. He's a huckster, nothing more. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video, like it. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel, which is Dead Kennedy in Space. Thank you, and I'm out.
Over the next hill, beyond the horizon.
Find your place in space. Space is vast and unexplored. There's a lot of work to do.